Welcome back to Flavors Cooking in my kitchen, and today is the first episode. I'm so excited, y'all. And I thought, why not kick off the first episode with something healthy, fresh, delicious, and with this easy kale salad. This is a dupe that I found off of Pinterest. If you don't know, I love pinning. Like, I've been pinning since they first came out with the app, and I go there a lot of times for inspiration. When it comes to just new things I want to try at home. So I saw this, and I'll insert the video or the picture of the salad here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to just simply take the kale right off the stem, just like that. How you want to do it, you're going to take the stem, and you don't need all of this. Some of it is good, yes, but all of this stem, you don't need a lot of that. You just roughly or quickly run your hands, just like I'm doing right here, and hold the other side on down. And, oh, hold on, sorry. There we go. And boom. All right, y'all, so I have y'all at a bird's eye view because I want you to see what we're going to do with this kale. Try to scoop things up here a little bit so you can see. So I already rinsed my kale off. It's nice and clean. Now I'm just going to rough chop it with my hands, or rip it apart with my hands. I'm not going to use a knife for this. It doesn't really need it. This is a rustic style salad, so you don't need to be super fancy with the cut when it comes to the kale. So once I rinsed it off, I dried it off as well, just to make sure I got rid of that excess water. And now we're going to just rip it, like I said, with your hands, just to get some nice bite-sized pieces in there. So now that we got that ripped off, I'm going to next add just a little bit of olive oil, not a lot, just a little bit of olive oil. We're going to do some salt, just a little bit of salt. Speaking of salt, I need to re-up on some more kosher salt. And what we're going to do is we're going to gently massage the kale. Whenever you're using curly kale, one of the best steps in order to get it to, you know, loosen up a bit and not be so rough and tough, you want to massage your kale. That's going to loosen it up. It's going to make it relax. It's going to make it, you know, bring down its walls. It has some walls up there, and we want to bring those walls down. We want it to relax. We want it to trust us. So we're just going to massage it with our hands. What we're going to do is we're going to take this can of beans and we're going to strain it. I'm also going to rinse this off. I want to rinse off whatever is soaking in, and just to get also rid of that canned aluminum foil type of taste. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to throw these in the strainer. We're going to rinse these off and we'll come back. All right, so we rinsed off our great northern beans. We have them all nice and like this, with none of that juice that they were sitting in. We just got them nice and washed off. Now all I'm going to do to my beans is simple. We're going to add just a little bit of olive oil, not a lot, just a tad bit of olive oil in here, and we're going to season it up. I am using this, I got this from my local international store in Columbus, Ohio. So I'm using this one, which is a salt, pepper, and sour orange mix. I absolutely love this kind. I know the name of it kind of is going to throw people off. This does not have alcohol in it. I made sure of that. So just forewarning y'all right now. But this is hands down one of my favorite things to use when it comes to just veggies, and it's really good on fish. So I'm just going to season up my beans just like that. And we're going to just give it a nice toss. Taste them. I'm gonna add just a little bit more, just a little bit. That's about it. Not a lot, because these beans already got enough salt on them. And let's see. Perfect. Great. So these are done. Okay. So first thing is you're gonna mix your lemon. And I'm only making enough. Like I think I mentioned this before. I'm only making enough just for me. So definitely I will make sure to link the recipe to this salad below in the description box. I got this off of Pinterest, and it has the exact measurements that you will need for the dressing as well, especially if you're going to be making this for more people. But this is just enough for me. So I'm going to typically eyeball everything, and I'm only using a third of the lemon, the juice of the lemon. That. Now you're going to do some of the Dijon, or the whole grain. I'm sorry. If you have Dijon, you can absolutely use the Dijon too. I'm only doing 1 tablespoon of the whole grain mustard in there. Then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of the champagne vinegar. That was more than 1 tablespoon. Now we're going to do the maple syrup. And I thought this dressing was quite interesting because usually when I make a vinaigrette, I'm using honey in my vinaigrette. Sometimes I will do brown sugar, but this calls for maple syrup. And when I tell you, this gives it a whole other different flavor to your traditional vinaigrette. It absolutely does, and I love it. So I'm so happy that I chose to use the maple syrup instead of honey in this one. So I am going to do 2 tablespoons or spoons of the maple syrup, because this is kind of a tangy dressing. Now we're going to add just a tiny bit of salt to it. And some black pepper. I like a lot in mine. Now we're going to whisk it up with our handy dandy whisk, our little whisk. So you're just gonna whisk it up really nice. Just make sure everything is nice and close. Everything is nice and mixed up in here. I got a seed in here, y'all. Hold on. Got the seed. Got it. All right. Now, while you're whisking, you can absolutely do this in a blender. If you have a handheld blender, do this in a blender. If you have a food processor, you can do that. But if you don't want to go through the bother of cleaning that stuff out, then just use your hand. So we're going to take this whisk, and while we're whisking, we're going to slowly pour in the olive oil, and that is what is called emulsifying. If I had a handheld mixer, this would go a lot quicker, but we're using our hand. So this is the vinaigrette right here. Nice and thin, which is perfect for what we're trying to do. Okay, now we're going to use an avocado. I'm going to use this knife, and I'm going to cut just sliced, thin slices, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. It was more thin, I could do that, but this is pretty enough. This will do. Boom! Ta-da! One more other thing, I almost forgot, y'all. I don't know why I'm forgetting stuff to add to the salad. So in the recipe, as you probably already saw, it had nuts in it. It looked like there were pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and hemp seeds in that salad. I don't have any seeds in my house, unfortunately. The only seeds I have are flax seeds. And I said, you know what else can I add to it for some crunch? And I thought about nuts. So these are just a mixture of pistachio and pecans. Yes, I call them pecans. I don't call them pecans. Please don't come for me in the comments about it. If I want a salad, I want a salad, and this is a salad. You have the sliced avocados, you have the smoked toasted nuts, you have the seasoned white northern beans, and then you have some pickled onions on top. We also threw in a seared Atlantic salmon on top of a bed of fresh curly kale with a lemon and maple syrup vinaigrette. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So let's try it on camera just to make sure that I'm not just faking it, I'm for real. Let's go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What can I say? Good. When I say good, good, good. I like the tang from the dressing, the creaminess from both the avocado and the white beans. If you're wondering, how does white beans go with salad? I've never seen it before. I'm not a big fan of it, or I might not like it. Trust me when I say try it for yourself. It's good. Especially the white Morgan beans. They're very buttery. They're very soft, very tender, creamy. You get creaminess, but then you also get heartiness from the kale. The dressing brightens it up a lot. It brightens it up a lot. You get the crunchiness from the nuts. It's just an overall good salad. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mama and them that Saber's Cooking in My Kitchen is now coming out with episodes every Friday at 5 p.m. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope to see y'all soon on the next video.